Hey guys, it's Jen. I just wanted to continue and pick up where I left off earlier, back to 1 Corinthians and chapter 10. I had also highlighted the chapter section entitled Do All to the Glory of God. All things are lawful, but not all things are helpful. All things are lawful, but not all things build up. Let no one seek his own good, but the good of his neighbor. And this goes hand in hand with what I fight against and stand against, which are corrupt institutions and failing, broken agencies and deceptive illusions of evil that control our world currently. And that's why I do believe, like I was saying earlier, God won't be made a mockery of. And this has gone way too far. It's just really too perverted and corrupted at this point to be any benefit of any good. And that's why, being in the times that we are in right now, it's very important to kind of step away from those things which lead you in the wrong direction. So verse 20 says, No, I imply that what pagans sacrifice, they offer to demons and not to God. I do not want you to be participants with demons. You cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of demons. You cannot partake of the table of the Lord and the table of demons. Shall we provoke the Lord to jealousy? Are we stronger than he is? You don't want to take that chance. We all come from the Most High, and, basically what I like to say with Planet X Nibiru coming in is like kind of metaphorically, we are all the school children on the playground of Earth, and the bullies are really beating up the victims here on the playing field, and mommy and daddy are kind of looking down saying, that's it, boys and girls, time's up, it's time to make good choices and do the right thing. And that's what my mission is here, is break down this matrix and kind of pave the way for the future generations to build it back up Minecraft style, right? Peaceful harmony, community, communication, togetherness, brotherhood, loving kindness, justice, faith, morals, ethics, right versus wrong. So I was saying another prayer and kind of meditation. I lit some incense and burnt some candles because my area and space around me is really negative lately. And I'm under spiritual attack always. I mean, my whole entire life I have been. And if you consider yourself of the light, that you have the light of love of Christ, of God within you, you have to consider yourself a lamp, okay? And you have a light that shines within. And if you happen to be, let's say, an empath and you shine very brightly, it's like attracting moths to the flame. And some are good insects, some are poisonous, some are parasites, and some aren't, And when you are inundated by parasitic energies and entities your entire life, you learn little tips and tricks that kind of keep your space clear, because those demons can get real dark and take you to real low places that no one you should ever hope to go. I've been there, so I could tell you it's not fun. It's an existence of torture, and you don't want to dance with the devil and get burned by the flames. Torment, torture, agony, darkness, suffering, pain, loss. Not a good place. Not a good place of being. So I was guided to take my tarot cards out. And in front of you guys, I think this is a message for someone else, not for me. That's what I was guided and shown in my prayer meditation, that I should lay out the cards in a circular formation clockwise, and then pull one from the top, the north, one from the bottom, the south, one from the left, the west, and one from the right, the east. And then you go do the research of the definition of each of those 4 cards, and it will draw out a timeline or a story or maybe a message. But beforehand, ask yourself what that deep soul question is, or something that's really been bothering you or plaguing you, or that you've been wondering about or trying to learn or solve, or something, an answer to a question, and put that intent in your mind. Because if I speak on it, it could be said that I would implant some, like give you a preconceived notion, or that would make it kind of biased, because I said, oh, this is what this card represents and this is what this one, and then you'd kind of paint that picture instead of your own authentic story or answer to your own question, your personal message. And you can, obviously, I always do say a little prayer beforehand, that like I'm talking to God, my God right now, my angels, my guides, and only the beings that are around me, of benevolence, of kindness, of the light. I allow no dark, evil, demonic entity or negative energy in my space, and I speak that out loud, and then I know that I'm safe and protected. It's my one-on-one communion time with God and Jesus. And if I want to have a conversation with Saint Michael the Archangel, or Mother Mary, or Saint Teresa, or Saint Joan, or Saint Germain, or a prophet Nostradamus, anyone that I want to communicate with that can help guide me through this life, I speak and ask to speak to only them and no one else, or my mom who crossed over, who passed in 2014. I know right away when her energy comes around. It's like, whew, that mom hug, So here we go. I'm going to do this on camera so everybody can see. There are no specific order. I'm going to shuffle it up right here. Doesn't matter. I'm not doing anything to the cards, so you guys don't think I'm putting certain things anywhere. And then I'm going to clockwise. Boop. Okay, and then I'm feeling called to pick north. And we'll go south, west, east. Okay, guys, so for north we have inverted, but doesn't really matter. It's the Ace of Cups. I want to look at this because I want to make sure you guys can see it. Ace of Cups. Okay, so you can research that. Your south card is also came up inverted. King of Wands. Okay, so there's the King of Wands. That's number 2. Your west, also inverted. That was upside down. The Empress. Okay, so see, the Empress. That's number 3. And then we have your east side. They were all upside down, Ace of Wands, but I think that's because my deck was upside down, so I picked them all. So don't put I wouldn't bother looking up, oh, what does it mean if it's inverted or anything. This last final one is the Ace of Wands. So again, we've got the Ace of Cups, King of Wands, the Empress, and the Ace of Wands. North, south, west, east. That's the cards. I'm also going to do some research and see what I come up with, what story that paints for me with what I'm personally dealing with and asking for myself. But I feel pretty much in my heart that that was meant for someone out there that needs to hear some kind of message and is being tormented by something and suffering. So I connected with you, whoever you are. I hope it helps you. God bless. These are how I get messages when I pray and ask for guidance and help. And I'm praying for everyone. Stay safe. Keep looking up. Keep praying up. And this Jesus freak is out. Much love.